It will be quite a difficult battle for the Germans to still secure themselves a place in the final. They need a 3-0 win in individual matches to go straight through. A 3-1 or 3-2 win would get us to the golden match, while any kind of win by the Polish will mean the 6th final in the last 7 years for Tarnobrzeg. Last measurements, 3 wins therefore needed for any team to finish this match with a possibility of a golden match, but more about that later should we get to that stage. We'll start with individual matches between the first seeded in the home squad, that is Yingnan, and the second seeded for Berlin, Shana Shan. 2 Chinese-born Germans who are team partners in the national team, both silver medalists at the Olympic Games in 2016 in Rio, which explains why we don't have all that many head-to-heads between them on an international stage, but that by no means goes to say they don't know each other well. 2 players using short pimples, 2 right-handed players, but Ying Han, a defensive chopper with a shake hand grip, while Shana Shan uses that classical pen holder grip with no reversed backhand and pimples only on her forehand side, which she uses even to play from the backhand side of the table. We'll have a 2-minute warm-up between these 2, and then it'll be a best of 5, as is so often the case in table tennis. Both these players also played in the opening leg. Ying Han successful against Sabina Shuryan in the 3rd individual match. Shana Shan, on the other hand, lost both of her individual encounters. But even though this is a return leg, it will be quite a different setup from what we saw a month ago in Berlin. Both teams struggled with injuries ever since. Berlin's first player, Nina Mittelham, got injured only last week and is out of the team and competitions completely. A repeat back injury, which she first suffered at the Olympic Games in Paris, will now see her having to go through a lengthy recovery to make sure it doesn't come back. But it is Ying Han and Shana Shan ready for game 1 of the return leg of this semi-final between Tarnobrzeg and Berlin Eastside. Han on the top of your screen, the first one to serve. But first point to Shana Shan. Strong forehands, cross-court attempts by Shana Shan. It's difficult to have a strong forefoot with a pimpled rubber, which she uses. Here you see in black, especially against the pimples, which kill so much of the energy and the spin on the ball. A study also of her signature high toss serve. Many will ask why a serve like that. Well, one explanation is that it allows for more velocity when the ball's coming from higher up. The other one is that also gives Sean more time to prepare for the swing, to go for a stronger shot. But then also trying to distract the opponent, especially with her non-playing arm movement. As she does that, you'll surely see it now again. Maybe a reminder to her times as a dancer. She did prefer dancing as a child to table tennis, but parents encouraged her that this is the sport where you can succeed in life. And Shana Shan certainly did that, has done that, and is still doing it in Berlin Eastside for much of her career. She's been with the club since the 2013-2014 season and participated in all of the club's numerous successes. 10 League Cup titles, 10 German League titles, and 4 times Triple Crown. Very strong at the start of this first game for Shana Shan. It's difficult enough to play against a defender with short pimples. It requires more and more energy, and when you're using short pimples as well, it's such a thinking game. Takes a lot of experience, precision, as you don't get to hide behind the spin or the strength. Once again, strong enough, Sean, and towards the business end of this first game, she's built herself up a 5-point lead. Goes over this time. That backhand side, that elbow area, especially uncomfortable for a player using the pen holder grip. What a rally in the end. This time it's Shana Shan who hits Han into that elbow area. You can see both of them trying to outmaneuver, outsmart each other, switching things up all the time. Short, long, corners, middle. Oh, what a point, what a rally. Everything on display in this first game of the first match already. Well placed by Han, short, shallow into the what would be the backhand side of Shan. But she's taking them with a forehand and remains only 2 points ahead. It's also 2 points she needs to win the first game. She takes one now, 3 set points. And again, strongly into the body of Han. 11-7 Shana. Shan takes game 1 in this first individual match of the return leg in the semi-finals of the European Champions League Women. Tarnobrzeg. It's game 1 for Berlin, but they will still have a long way to go should they want to secure themselves a place in the final of this most prestigious club competition in Europe. Here's the bench for Tarnobrzeg. Some changes for them as well. Natalia Bajor, who played in the first leg, just came back from an injury, and it's Ying Han who will now receive in game 2 against Shana Shan. Some encouragement for her from the stands in this Hal Mozir Multisports Hall, the home of table tennis, for what they say on their website, the coolest club in Europe. KTS Enea Siarkopol Tarnobrzeg. Giving it all, the net gets involved. That can often be the case when we have players using any kind of inverted rubbers. Here, 2 such players against each other, even more risky. Beautifully placed by Han, who now takes the lead. Goes so strong with the forehand, Han, but is too slow for the recovery, then too far away from her forehand side. Shan sees it and takes over. You can just see how much further and further away Han had to go after strong attacks by Sean, and couldn't control that with the pimples anymore. Oh, but beautiful smash now. Once again with the forehand from her backhand side cross court. Stays close to Sean. Some spectacular display by both of them now. Sean really showing off impeccable strength on the edge of hardly defending Han a couple of times. Again, this time just lacking a little bit of that topspin motion. The ball touches the top of the tape. Sean sticking to her guns. That forehand really has been working out for her, and she stays in the lead. 2 points now as she's to receive. Alette, and we'll repeat the serve when the ball touched the top of the net. Successfully moving across the table. Han now, she wants to avoid Sean utilizing that strong forehand. That's the forehand Han did not want Sean being able to use, but she did it impeccably. 9-7, 2 points between them, 2 points needed for Sean's second game. First one with the serve. And there comes the second one. It's 11-7 once again. Shana Shan 2-0 in the lead against Ying Han. She needs one more game to win the first match of this return leg in the semi-final, and what it would mean for Table Tennis Club Berlin Eastside. They lost at home 3-1 and really need to step it up here in Poland. However, Ying Han has orchestrated quite a few comebacks after a difficult last year. She suffered 2 Achilles tendon ruptures in 6 months. First on the right foot in January, then on the left in July. During her comeback match only came back to the team for the return leg of the quarterfinals, won her match there, and also won in the first leg of the semifinals. This three-time and reigning winner of the Europe Top 16. Game 3 then, a must-win for Han, and she knows it. She displays it down the line with the forehand with all of her power. Oof. Edge of the table, the ball changes its direction enough for Sean not being to get it. Beautifully served now, again strong in the middle. That crossover uncomfortable area which Han now showed. Oof, what a chop. That stroke was brilliant with the forehand, with the smooth rubber. Put in more backspin on it and force Shan's return into the net. 2 quick points now for Han and the 2-point lead. Oof, what a smash to end this long and so constructed rally, so variable. Both players trying to move each other across the table, as well as switch things up between attacking and defending. Oof, again. Very well hit into the body of Han. Shan just closing in the gap lightly. Now she's sticking to her plan, going long in the middle of the table with her forehand attacks. 3 points in a row and forcing Ying Han into a timeout. Remember, Han needs to win this game to stay in the first match. Shan, no doubt, trying to bring it home quickly for Berlin. It would mean a lot to get a good start in this return leg. Han needs to recuperate now. She started this third game really well, realizing she has to go strong with her forehand when she gets the chance. And we're continuing with the third game. Sean serves at 5-6 after winning the first two. Yeah, beautifully. Maybe missing at the start of this game, but is working well for her now again. Goes just long this time. The middle of the table is the shorter part of it, so you have to be really precise, especially with short pimples. This time touches the net and goes over. So Han again with a 2-point lead. Seems to be finding Sean's uncomfortable place here. Ooh, how brilliantly Sean brought Han away wide into her backhand corner, then shortens down the line into her forehand. Oh, and now with some luck, the net brings 3 game points to Yinghan. And she stays alive in this first match of the return leg in the semi-final against Eastside Berlin. Shana Shan, after a brilliant start, strong support for Han there, of course. Kinga Stefanska on the bench along with the coach Nincek, who's been with the team since 1989, the creator of the rapid ascent of this Tarnobrzeg team. And it's time for game 4. Han has pulled one back on Sean in the third. Can she now continue this trend? She needs this game to stay in the match. Sean to serve and attack, but Han's return strong enough, accurate enough for her first point in the fourth game. Oh, too strong. And the home crowd supporting Han right away. She's been winning points in the third game when she went a little bit more on the offensive herself. Seems to be failing to do that at the start of the fourth game, and Sean with a 2-point lead. And the serve. Oh, so strong, but again, Han was expecting this attack to the end of the middle of the table. Shan wasn't able to recover from that forehand attack. Just look how much of a swing it takes for her to bring those balls back, as they are both using short pimples. I keep repeating that, but it is an important aspect in this duel. Another strong rally. Han comes out of it short. Her return was a little bit too short-ended in the net. And the two Chinese-born Germans tied up at 4 in the fourth game. Each point counts at this point. Han takes the 5th. Again, Shan too strong. Cross court with the forehand, which she's using all over the table. Oof. So smart for a tie at 6. Going strong with the attacks, long enough to pull Han away from the table, and she wasn't able to reach that short and shallow ball. And tricks her with the serve now as well. Beautiful return from the backhand side. Went even wider out Han and remains in the lead again, which brings on a timeout for Han, interestingly enough. but it is her who has to win this game to stay in the match. She feels obviously it's coming to that decisive part of the match, of the game. Needs to recuperate. Refresh, towel off. Moisture, as always, the enemy in table tennis. Perhaps a little bit less with these two since they're not using smooth rubbers. And we've used all the timeouts. Still Yinghan and Shanashan close together in the fourth game. Han leads and serves, but also has to win to bring this into the deciding fifth game. Oof. Without a compromise, Shan, she doesn't want to let this go into the fifth. Different rules there. First to 6 wins, a lot riskier. No double point margin needed. Sudden that at 5. However, first 2 game points in this fourth for Han, who also serves. First one denied with a cross-court attack by Shan. One more serve, one more game point. Oh, then second game point denied. First to win a 2-point margin, then takes the fourth game. They'll be alternating between the serves after every point played. Oh, Shan again with a well-planned attack. Left, no doubt. Game point for her now. And there she takes it with 12-10. It's Shana Shan who, after all, wins this first match of the return leg in the Women's Champions League semi-final for Table Tennis Club Eastside Berlin. And what an important match it is for them. Remember, they need a 3-0 win to go straight to the finals. They lost the first match at home 1-3.
Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of
Berlin is staying alive. But this man here will bring on his second weapon now. In the second match, we will see the second seeded for the Enea Siarkopol Tarnobrzeg club on your screen. As it says, Elisabeta Samara, who will take on Sabina Shuryan from Serbia, representing Eastside Berlin. Shuryan was the one who lost 3-0 to Yinghan in the first leg. Elisabeta Samara, however, the superstar who really brought that win for Tarnobrzeg. She won both of her individual matches. The last one of the evening was a 3-2 thriller against Middleham. Quick check of the equipment, toss to decide, the first to serve, and the ends of the table. As always, it will be a best of 5, and we'll see Elisabeta Samara on the top of your screen in black and blue, but here Sabina Shuryan, who'll be the first one to serve. The 20-year-old Serb, left-handed attacker with a shake hand grip. European number 40, is a multiple-time Serbian national champion and has also won the only encounter between these two. It was during the Team European Championships 2 years ago. 3-0 then for Shuryan. Elisabeta Samara, the 36-year-old from Constata in Romania, left-handed player, also an attacker with a shake hand grip. Europe Top 16 runner-up. She lost to her team partner Ying Han in that competition. Has 22 European Championships medals to her name, more than any other active player at the moment. They finished their 2-minute warm-up now, and it's time for the second match in this return leg. It's up to Elisabeta Samara to now win one for the home crowd, for the home team here in Tarnobrzeg. This will be quite a different story from what we were watching in the first, with a defender and players using short pimples, to attackers here who like to make it quick and easy. Brilliant stroke by Samara down the line, and a 2-0 lead. Beautifully hit into the backhand corner now by Shuryan, winning her first point. Now tries to go into that direction again with a forehand down the line, but it was a shallow, smart one placed by Samara. So fast now. Normally she prefers a slow, spinny game. She's good at turning back to the table when forced away from it, but yeah, you wouldn't think she likes things slower, judging by the start of this game. Quick to come up to 6-1. And then even this serve goes long. Now from the middle of the table, Shuryan tries to go deep into the forehand corner of Samara, but again it was shallowly placed ball by Samara, tempting her into that stroke which she wasn't ideally positioned for. 9-3. Oh, well recovered after that attack, but then gets hit again into the body. 2 serves and 2 more points needed for Samara to win the first game. Off a little bit too impatient, Shuryan goes with a smash, lacking topspin movement to counter the backspin on the ball. 5 game points to Samara. And takes the first one with a forehand down the line. 11-5 in game 5. Elisabetta Samara wins the first game for Tarnobrzeg.
Baby, just come closer. I just wanna feel you next to me. I wanna get to know you. Something in my life is incomplete. Come move a little closer.
Some advice from Shana Shan, who's acting as team captain for Eastside Berlin today as its most experienced player. Nothing but experience on Tarnobrzeg's side as well. Samara won her first European Championships medal 20 years ago, while the coach has been on a bench of this team since '89. And we're back with Elisabetta Samara and Sabina Shuryan on top of your screen now to serve first in this game 2. 11-5 in the first one for Samara. But it's now Shuryan who gets the first blood. A touch of the net and hence the apology by Samara, but that was smartly placed. Goes for it again, but rushes a little bit from that short ball in the middle of the table to all. Strong with the forehand, Sabina Shurian now. First playing deep into Samara's backhand and then goes down the line. Empty side of Samara's table. Wins Shurian 0.3 and now the fourth. Both taking to their towels. Such a fast game that we quickly went through 6 points played, which is what we need for each towel break. Shurian goes into the forehand side, wide out, but hits the edge and with an apology, but also the fifth point, which you no doubt happily take. Well placed serve for 6-3. But now an amazing return into the corner, right into the body of Shurian. Samara staying close. A serve and receive game now for the last few points played. Again with that down the line forehand, Shurian throws off Samara. Samara was prepared for that cross-court attack. Still a 4-point gap. Shurian only 2 more away from equalizing. First game point denied for remaining as Shurian serves to bring this to a level at 1 game each. A uncompromising return by Samara. Tries to go from the middle of the table to Shurian's backhand, but it's 11 point for Sabina Shurian, who manages to equalize in this second match of the return leg. It's now 1-both. Spirited advices now on both ends of this interesting battle between two left-handed attackers. Game number 3. Shurian equalized at 1 after Samara took the first, and she'll be serving first in this third one. Net and repeat. Oof. Strong attack by Samara. Shurian was right there on the ball, as we say, goes even stronger across court. And now with a flick deep into Samara's backhand on the return. Wins both Samara's serves. Very much continuing her winning streak from the previous game. Off just split of a second too slow as she's hit deep into the body, and she returns with the edge of the racket. Better this time down the line with the backhand. Still Shurian in the minimal 2-point lead. Uses her serve well. Short, shallow, no energy. Samara just pushes it into the net. But goes all but weak on that return. Serves to close the gap. Another touch of the tape and a let. Returns in kind with the tricky serve. Shurian fell for her own trick, really. Not the second time. With a tiny bit of luck, which is set to be on the side of the brave. Shurian now 6-4 in the lead. How important it is to stay ahead at this second half of the game. Oh, right on the sideline. Superbly executed forehand by Shurian. Quick wrist move. Samara couldn't follow. 8-4. This time Shurian with the edge of the racket. How about now going for those surprise down the line shots? They've both also had mixed successes with that. And now with 2 pushes, 2 points for Shurian. Samara tries to attack but doesn't get the full stroke in. 4 game points to Shurian. Oh, such a rally to deny the first one. Samara stays in, but has at least 3 more to go. We'll repeat that serve. Well done now, Sabina Shurian, 11-7, continues her comeback in this second match and takes over even. 2-1, things are looking better for Berlin Eastside here in Poland. The 3-time consecutive defending champions Tarnobrzeg are 1 match and 1 game behind after having won the first leg 3-1. It's Ying Han who now tries to give some advice to Elisabetta Samara. Who else when it was Han who beat Shurian in the first leg 3-0. Already time after just a minute for the 4th game in a best of 5. It's a must-win for Samara to stay in the match. Shurian needs it to take Berlin Eastside into a 2-0 lead in this return leg of the semi-final. First 2 serves for Shurian, but first 2 points for Samara. Lifting up the home fans a little bit in this Halamosir that has seen so many victories by Tarnobrzeg. They're into the semi-finals of the Polish Premier League, the defending champions there. Too good, and it's 4-2 lead for Samara heading into this first towel break. These 2 attackers will want no moisture on their rackets, on themselves, on the table. They want the traction to produce the spins. Shurian staying close. She's 12 years younger than Samara. Will try to use that youthful speed to her advantage. Utilizes her serve well once again, and it's forcing Samara into taking a timeout at 5-5. Shurian managed to equalize in this third game. It's a do or die one for Samara in this match. One minute up for Samara, and she has to come back to try win this fourth game, and then of course the fifth as well. Sabina Shurian's already orchestrated a mini comeback. But this vital first point after a timeout with an excellent serve by Samara. So important to keep her on track. Second serve does it as well. Immaculate now experience come to play. Second towel break, and Samara again in a 2-point lead. Shurian now using her two serves to tie things at 7 again. Oof. What a down-the-line shot by Shurian. She seemed to be on a defense, but great reaction time. 8 for both. Amazing attack, so strong, convincing. She doesn't waver, Shurian, in this match, and comes into the lead for the first time in the fourth game even. And now has won herself 2 match points with 3 consecutive ones, 1 in a row. Samara serves to stay in the game and match. No, but Shurian takes it. She lost the first game and was behind for most of this fourth one, but with 11-8 and 3-1, it's the second individual match won for Eastside Berlin. What a performance, what a start for this German team, who has lost their #1 player just last week before coming here to Poland to face the defending champions. To try and still get to the 3-1, but now they lead 2-0. Time to see now if coaches will make any changes before we continue with match 3. If Berlin Eastside with Mia Griesel, who's replacing Nina Middleham for this match, win this one, they will be straight into the final. So it's up to Fuyu, the Portuguese in the Polish team, to keep Tarnobrzeg in this return leg. As long as they win 1 match out of the next, so this one, there will be a chance to go into the golden match. Used to stressful situations. Zbigniew Ninczyk. Just a quick break and then we will continue with the third match. It's this youngster on your screen, the 18-year-old Mia Griesel, multiple Youth World Championships medalist. Most recently, she took bronze in singles at the under-19 last year. And there we are starting with the third match in this European Champions League women return leg of the semi-finals. A must-win one for Tarnobrzeg, the home team, and for ETTU. On top of your screen now, the 46-year-old Chinese-born Portuguese national, a right-handed penholder defender. Against the future of Berlin Eastside club, Mia Griesel. Who you won their only international encounter so far, 4-0 at the European Championships in 2024. But an equal start of this first game for them. Tough match, this one for Griesel. She played 3 individual matches in the European Champions League for her team in stage 2. She closely won 1 and closely lost 2. She's more active in the league games of the club, but today stepping in for their first player, Nina Middleham. She's set to be given a clear perspective, direction for her future in the club when she moved here last year. She's really happy with it and also often serves as a role model for the younger players in her club. But now she has to go against the experienced ETTU. She's no stranger to European Champions League. She was in the cup final with Metz in the 14-15 season, signed for Berlin Eastside, so her today's opponents in the 19 season, and then in 21 for Tarnobrzeg. And now has 3 game points. Takes the first one right of it and keeps the home hopes alive for this match. Just nods from the bench. She knows what to do. More energy, more explanation, more direction given to Mira Griesel from the German team.
Come back to me. I've got the feeling. Come back to
And it's already time to come back to the table for Fuyu and Mia Griesel, third match of this return leg in the semi-final of European Champions League Women. Fuyu on your screen for the defending champions of this competition, but who are 0-2 behind in matches here today. And no doubt a difficult opponent for Mia Griesel, a defender with short pimples. Always a thinking game, playing against the defenders, and then even more so against the pimples. Takes a lot of strength, as pimples are designed to take away the ball's spin, speed. The longer you play a rally, the stronger you play against them, the more they take out of you. Griesel smartly hit you now into her elbow area. Such an uncomfortable positioning for any table tennis player really, but especially one using a pen holder grip, as is the case with the Portuguese player here. Always trying to distract the opponent with the after motion of her stroke after the serve, and has successfully done so apparently here against the young Griesel. But the German returns in kind, long into the body of Yu. Tries to go strong. It just lacks a tiny bit of control, and Yu remains in a 2-point lead. Slowly but surely, Yu is building up an advantage here. 4 points ahead and only 2 more away from a win in the second game as well. Hit her once again so uncomfortably long into the body. You were still able to bring that back, but Griesel uncompromising with the attack after that. 4 game points and 2 serve for you. Again, Griesel staying strong, denies the first one. 3 game number, 2 points remaining. Strong display for Mia Griesel forces you into a timeout. The bench is determined for her to win this second game, to win this match and keep their team in a fight for a final. Back we are after a 1-minute timeout. Mia Griesel for Eastside Berlin serves twice to defend 2 game points against Fuyu for Tarnobrzeg. Does convincingly so with her backhand attacks. One more game point for you. As soon as you wavers, puts off the pressure, Griesel is there to fight. Tie break, 2-point difference now needed to take the game, and will be switching between servers after every point played. And it's another game point for you. Oh. There's the youthful power, no fear attack. She's acting like she has nothing to lose, and that really is the case after her teammates have won her such an advantage. Beautifully now, Griesel ties with 13-11 this third match at 1-all, and it's not all safe yet for Tarnobrzeg in this third match. They need to win it. Mia Griesel is coming back to the table. She's come back after losing the first game against Fuyu. It's 1-all, and in another best of 5 on the bottom of your screen, the German now serves in game 3. Tries to remain on the offensive, lacked a little bit of topspin. Are you now trying to move the youngster across the table to prevent her from attacking? But She went just wide. And again, really superbly in this match. Griesel hitting you where it hurts the most, which is that the backhand side of you. Well, what would be the backhand side, but as a classic penholder player, she's not using the reversed backhand. She's covering the whole table with the forehand side of her racket. And Griesel so far exploiting that. Now, right on the sideline, Yu winning her second point. Griesel overcomplicating things a little bit with this shot. She lacked control to push it down the line. And again, goes too strong as she tries to hit it on the end of the middle of the table, losing 3 points in a row now after such a strong start. Causes a reaction from her bench. 1 minute timeout for the German. That minute is up. Griesel has made a comeback in this match, but now Yu is making one in this third game. Griesel serves to stay ahead. And so she does. Such a courageous performance by her in this match. Luck favors the courageous normally, and that did help Griesel, but Yu and her experience were ready. Oh, look how brilliantly Griesel now hit Yu in that elbow crossover area. Now this time Yu was ready for this long, fast serve. Moved away and finished it with the return. Wow, twice down the line. What a backhand by Griesel. She's not letting down. This is just immaculate. What to say? She's right to stay on all of this, but it's just a few millimeters and things can quickly turn around in table tennis. Only 1 point ahead. Griesel. And she's staying in with that superb backhand topspin. 2 game points in game 3. But it's you serving to stay in it. First game point defended. 1 serve and 1 more point that Griesel takes. 11-9. The 18-year-old replacement on the German bench is 2-1 in the lead in the 3rd match of this Champions League Women's Return Leg Semi-Final. Unbelievable after the result in Germany, where Tarnobrzeg won 3-1, and Germany had to come here to their home ground without their best player. They're now actually only 1 game away from a place in the final. Game number 4, then Fu Yu has to win this to stay in this individual match, as well as to keep her club hoping to get into the final. She serves on the bottom of your screen. First point to her. Tricky. All of her experience on display. She won the first ever table tennis medal at international competitions for Portugal at the European Championships with a bronze. The 3-time Olympian for Portugal as well. Has certainly not given up. First towel break with you 2 points ahead. Griesel with a high toss serve as well, perhaps an influence from her teammate Shana Shan, but it didn't win her a point this time. You building up an advantage. Starting to look at the second towel break like we'll be going into the fifth game for the first time in this match. As EU is 3 more points ahead from taking us there. Three in a row for Griesel now. She has one more serve to try to equalize. She forced that forehand top spin a little bit too much, too spinny, too slow, and you finished it off. Three game points now for you. With a high toss serve as well, brings it to 11-7, 2-2, and the decisive fifth game will be on shortly. Slightly different rules for that one. First 1 to 6 wins it. There'll be no switching between ends, no timeouts, as they've both already used them as well. And each of the players will only be serving once before they switch. High risk, high reward kind of a situation. Game 5 with this, then another must win for you and for Tarnobrzeg to stay in a fight for the final. Mia Griesel can secure that for Eastside Berlin. And it's her with the first serve. And with the first point, apology as one of her shots ended up grazing the top of the net. How strong is this? No compromise. You think she's been in those kind of situations numerous times before. Or maybe it's a case of youth knowing no fear. Well, the first point now for you as well. That cross-court finish with the forehand, spectacular. Five match points. 5 points for Mia Griesel to take Eastside Berlin into the finals. And she's done it. Unbelievable. Who would have thought after what we saw in the first leg, after Berlin Eastside came here with Mia Griesel replacing their number one player, but with a 3-0 win, Berlin Eastside advances into the final of European Champions League Women. They took over three-time consecutive defending champions Tarnobrzeg and will be now anticipating to find their opponent.
Wracamy na halę w związku z takim samym rezultatem meczu pomiędzy obiema drużynami. Za 10 minut dojdzie do dogrywki.
On Monday it will be Metz and Saint-Quentin who will be battling for the second place in the final, taking place then over the 2 weekends at the beginning of June.
Zespół, który wygrywa 2 takie mecze, zostanie zwycięzcą całej rywalizacji i awansuje do finału.
But for now, this is goodbye from us. Join us on Monday for the other semi-final and stay tuned as Berlin Eastside's 3-0 win takes them into the finals of European Champions League Women. Apologies to all our viewers, some confusion about the rules, but that's what we have referees for. And as it turns out, we will be seeing that golden match after all. It will be 3 games between 3 different players, so each player plays 1 game, best of 3, so 2 games needed to win this golden match, and that's what will determine the winner and the team advancing into the final. So join us shortly to see that when the captains decide the order of play for their players. Welcome all of you back then, hopefully, and this time for real, for one last act of this semi-final in European Champions League women return leg between Berlin Eastside and Tarnobrzeg. After a 3-0 win in individual matches by Berlin and a 1-3 loss at home in the opening leg, it will now be the golden match that will decide who advances into the finals of this most prestigious European club competition. It is a golden match, a best of 3 games. Each game will be played between 2 different players. It's first to 11 to win a game, no timeouts and no changes of ends. The first ones to take it on are Elisabeta Samara for Tarnobrzeg and Sabina Shurian for Berlin Eastside. Shurian on the bottom of the screen here to serve first. That is 2 left-handed attacking players. Were already set up against each other. Shurian won. Still as close as can be. Oh, Shurian now beautifully down the line for a 2-point lead. Forced that cross-court attack attempt a little bit. Wasn't able to complete the stroke. And the same happens to her as she tries to go down the line. Samara smartly placing those balls shallowly. Strong rally on both sides now. They've sufficiently warmed up again after that break, clearly. And they don't have much time remaining, but still only a point between them at the start of this game. Or at the second towel break, Samara equalizes at 6. A scream to win the 7-point Shurian. Smart serve now. Tempted Samara into the attack, but it was just slightly short. Samara goes long and 2-point advantage for Shurian. Cross-court exchange on their backhand side. 6-9. And 4 game points for Shurian with this attack exchange. She serves for the first point in this golden match for Berlin and takes it. Still the better cards for now. For the German team here, staying strong in the lead in the golden match. Best of 2 games, so the next one could really bring them that final position. And we're continuing right away with this golden match of the European Champions League Women's Semi-Final. Sabina Shurian won the first game for Berlin Eastside, and we will now see another repeat of the first duel of today's encounter. Yinghan and Shanashan. Shanashan came out on top of that one, but they'll only be playing 1 game now. Just need to clear out who will serve first. There we go. 2-minute warm-up between these 2 Chinese-born German players who are much more used to training together, competing together for the German national team. They won silver at the Rio 2016 Olympic game for them. But now it's up to them to each try to win an advantage for their own teams. Han needs to win this first to 11 game for Tarnobrzeg. Sean can finish this semi-final once and for all for Berlin. What rallies we saw between these two in the first match of this evening, and Shanashan to serve first. Stronger start for Han. Used to play as an attacker as a child, but her father convinced her to switch to defensive style. She left China at 19 when she couldn't secure herself a place in the Chinese national team. She felt like defenders there are mostly only used as sparring partners rather than competitors. She's been more than competitive for Germany and in Germany. With some net involvement, third consecutive point for Shan, and the lead for the first time. Oh, what a smash! That drop forehand slapped with short pimples. Again, some luck, but what a sequence. 6 points in a row already for Sean, who now also gets to serve. And no doubt would love to have a timeout available now to break Sean's momentum, but no timeouts here. Just towel breaks after 6 points played every time. Han tried to be smart here. Hit Sean in the body, but she went just over the sideline. Oh, strong attack once again. With those smash it with short pimples, there's so much backspin. That drop on that ball, 3-8. 9-3 and just 2 more points. Shana Shan needs for Berlin Eastside to become the finalists. Oh, that rally, that fight, spectacular as is deserved to end this semi-final. 7 game and match points. First one goes long. Shana Shan has 6 more chances to win this golden match. And the spot in the final earned this time for real. Hugs on the side of Berlin Eastside. They all but expected this, but how well deserved it was today. Everything we've said before still stands for them. They will be awaiting their opponent. It won't be a French team, and they will be bringing European Champions League women to Berlin for one more match in the finals. Congratulations to Germany, to Berlin. Tarnobrzeg will have to give up their title winning streak, but a good performance for them as well. Join us again on Monday to find out who Berlin Eastside will face in the finals of European Champions League Women.